80 lakhs. That is what my US Masters was supposed to cost me. But I ended up paying almost nothing because I found ways to fund it while studying. But not everyone in my program had the same outcome. Some landed great jobs quickly, others took much longer than they expected. Same university, same degree, completely different outcomes. So, what is it that actually makes the difference? That is what this episode is all about. Would I still spend the money, take the risk, and move to the US for my master's in 2026? Short answer yes. But this answer may not be the same for everyone. So, if I had to do it all over again, there are obviously things that I would do very differently. I moved from India to the US for my master's, funded most of it through a teaching assistant job, landed an internship, a full-time role, and then eventually became a manager in 11 months. This is not a theory. This is my honest lived experience. Here is the data that sets the stage. About 40% of master's program in the US have zero or negative ROI. That's not me being dramatic, that's the data from Foundation for Research on Equal Opportunity. Meaning, nearly half the people that go lose that money on the decision. But on the flip side, the right program in the right field with the right strategy, the return on investment is worth all the risk. So it's not a yes or a no answer, it's a depends on you answer. And that's exactly what we are breaking down today. So let's start with why people go in the first place. And some of these pros have real numbers behind them. Pro number 1. The salary jump is real, but only in the right fields. CS and data science master grads are seeing median salaries of $90K to $130K dollars per year in the US. That's a 20 to 40% jump over a bachelor's alone. In Indian rupees, we are talking 75 lakh to over 1 crore annually just to start. Pro number 2. It's a credibility reset, especially if your undergrad wasn't a top tier school. A US Masters doesn't just teach you things, it acts like a reset button. If you're switching fields or your undergrad college wasn't a top tier school, this credential opens doors that were otherwise closed. It's a signal, a network gateway, and a brand upgrade. Number 3. The exposure accelerates you in ways that are hard to replicate. You suddenly get access to internships through CPT or OPT, global companies, alumni network, and career opportunities that are hard to replicate from India. The ecosystem itself pushes you to think bigger. Number 4. Your bachelor's gets you in the right building, but your master's gets you to the right floor. In fields like AI, ML, cybersecurity, etc., a bachelor's is increasingly just the baseline. A master's help you move faster into higher paying specialized roles. Number 5. Cutting edge research access and faculty at the frontier. US universities, especially in the STEM courses, which stands for science, tech, engineering, and mathematics, are where the actual research is happening. So US provides you access to labs, faculty who are publishing in the top journals and multiple resources during your masters. Okay, so I promised you the real picture, so here is the stuff that actually made me nervous before I boarded my flight. Con number 1. The financial pressure doesn't end at graduation. Let's talk real numbers. A US master's today can cost anywhere between 50 lakhs to 1 crore rupees or even more depending on where you live. And for most people, that's either family savings or a big loan. Con number 2. The job market is harder than it looked 2 or 3 years ago. Since 2023, tech hiring has significantly slowed. AI is automating roles that used to be entry level. Even master grads in tech saw higher unemployment, around 5% in the recent data. A degree no longer guarantees a job, it gets you in the room, but you still have to close it on your own. Number 3. The post-graduation job search window is limited and the clock is ruthless. International students typically have a limited window to secure employment after graduation, which can make the process feel time sensitive. Students who don't start building their career strategies from semester 1 often find themselves in an extremely stressful position by the end. The degree is not the strategy. What you do during it is. Number 4. ROI depends entirely on your field, and this is non negotiable. CS, AI, data engineering, healthcare have much strong results, but there are different courses like general business or humanities which are significantly at higher risk. You can go to the same country, do the masters for the same 2 years, and you can get two completely different outcomes. Number 5. 2 years out of the workforce is a real opportunity cost. This one nobody talks about enough. While you're studying, peers who stayed back are getting promoted, building savings, and compounding their work experience. In some industries like product consulting, finance, 2 years of strong work experience can get you further than a master's degree at a fraction of the cost. So, how do you actually decide? Not by watching more YouTube, not by asking your cousin who just landed, but by honestly answering these 5 questions for yourself. 1. Does my target role actually require a master's? Look at the job descriptions for where you want to be in the next 5 years. If 70% of them don't ask for it, think hard. 2. Is my field one where this pays off? Tech, AI, data engineering, yes. Generic MBA from a school nobody's heard of? Probably not. 3. Can I manage the finances without drowning? Run the numbers. Target salary minus loan repayment minus cost of living. If it doesn't work on paper, it won't work in real life. 4. Do I have an actual strategy, not just a plan to network? The students who win are building skills, targeting the right companies, and going after internships from semester 1. The degree alone is not the strategy. 5. What is the real end goal? If it is career acceleration, networking, and better exposure, US is hard to beat. But if it is more balanced lifestyle with a cleaner long-term path, Canada, Germany, or Australia might actually suit you better. There is no wrong answer, but there is a wrong assumption. So is it worth it? If you asked me this question in 2015, US Masters was almost a guaranteed payoff. But in 2026, it's almost a high stakes strategic bet. High upside, real risk, and it requires you to plan like a founder, not a student. So if I had to do it all over again, yes. But I would keep my eyes wide open, not with a dream and a wait plan. Which is why in my next episode, I will break down my entire US Masters cost for you, tell you how I shortlisted my universities, made all the decisions about money, and that one decision that changed everything for me financially while being a student. So definitely more chai and more chaos. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.